Reality? A best guess? Our brains are prediction machines. We do not passively perceive the world. Instead, our brains actively construct it, based on a continuous loop of sensory input and prediction. Imagine your perception of reality as a spiral, constantly evolving and turning inwards. The world we experience is not an objective truth, but rather our brain's best guess of what's out there. This best guess arises from a complex interplay of sensory information, past experiences, and expectations. Our brains are bombarded with data from our senses: sight, sound, smell, taste, touch. What we perceive as reality is not the raw data itself, but rather the brain's interpretation of it. This interpretation is shaped by our individual experiences, biases, and expectations. Our brain filters and processes this information, discarding what it deems irrelevant and focusing on what it considers important. Sensory information, the building blocks of perception. Imagine yourself walking through a forest. The sights, sounds, and smells you encounter are not directly experienced by your conscious mind. Instead, they are picked up by your sensory organs, your eyes, ears, and nose, and translated into electrical and chemical signals. These signals are then relayed to different parts of your brain, where they are processed and interpreted. For instance, the color green doesn't exist out there in the world. Our brains construct the experience of green based on the wavelength of light reflected by objects. This process of transforming raw sensory data into meaningful perceptions is the foundation of our experience of reality. The brain doesn't simply record the world like a camera, it actively constructs it moment by moment. Predictive processing. Anticipating the world around us. Our brains are not just reactive, they are also predictive. This means that our brains are constantly generating models of the world and using these models to anticipate what will happen next. This predictive capacity is essential for survival. Imagine trying to catch a ball without anticipating its trajectory. The brain compares its predictions to the actual sensory input it receives. If there is a mismatch, the brain updates its models accordingly. This continuous loop of prediction, error correction, and model updating is known as predictive processing. This process is happening all the time, outside of our conscious awareness. It is through this predictive loop that our brains construct our subjective experience of reality. The spiral of consciousness. Consciousness, that mysterious and elusive phenomenon, can be seen as an emergent property of this spiral of perception and prediction. As our brains construct increasingly complex models of the world, and of themselves within the world, consciousness emerges as a kind of controlled hallucination, a best guess about what is real and what is not. This perspective suggests that consciousness is not a binary state, on or off, but rather a continuum, a spectrum of awareness that can be modulated by various factors, including sleep, drugs, and meditation. Psychedelic substances, for example, can disrupt the brain's normal predictive mechanisms, leading to profound alterations in consciousness. By temporarily disrupting the brain's habitual patterns of perception and prediction, psychedelics can offer a glimpse into the constructive nature of reality. The spiral of thought, the continuous interplay of perception, prediction, and introspection is at the heart of what it means to be human. By understanding this process, we can gain deeper insights into the nature of reality, consciousness, and ourselves.